by Damien, Cave and Julie Hirschfeld. Davis's March 20, 2016 Havana. President Obama touched down in Cuba on Sunday, pledging to interact directly with the Cuban people and accelerate engagement between the United States and Cuba after more than a half-century of hostility. He is the first sitting American president to visit in nearly 9 decades, and Cubans of all political persuasions had eagerly awaited his arrival. But hours before Air Force One landed at José Martí International Airport, the challenges inherent in normalizing relations with a communist police state were laid bare, as dozens of arrests were made at the weekly March of Ladies in White, a prominent dissident group. The protest, which takes place most Sundays outside a suburban church here, was widely seen as a test of Cuba's tolerance for dissent during the presidential trip, and the arrests confirmed that Cuba was maintaining its long history of repressive tactics, if not intensifying their reach. For Mr. Obama, who is scheduled to meet Tuesday with dissidents including the leader of Ladies in White, Berta Soler, the detentions threw a spotlight on the core challenge of the visit: how to work with the Castro government while expressing concern for its handling of human rights and free expression. "We thought there would be a truce, but it wasn't to be," said Elizardo Sánchez, who runs the Cuban Commission on Human Rights and National Reconciliation. He noted that the arrests had taken place in the moment that Obama was flying in the air to Cuba. Security and control are mainstays of any country preparing to host the president. But Cuba, a nation still working out just how much to open up to the world, and to its own people, after decades of isolation, has gone above and beyond to prevent embarrassing surprises. The baseball game where Mr. Obama will watch Cuba's national team play the Tampa Bay Rays on Tuesday is an invitation-only event, with most seats going to government loyalists. Some of the Old Havana shops near where Mr. Obama strolled on Sunday evening had been ordered to stay closed. The police have been sweeping up prostitutes from nightclubs and beggars from the streets. Mr. Sánchez, who is among the dissidents expected to meet with the president on Tuesday, said that in the first 2 weeks of March, 526 critics of the government had been detained, while dissidents are often held for a few hours for printing flyers, staging street protests or just planning them. He and others said Mr. Obama's visit had set in motion a broader campaign. On Saturday, Mr. Sánchez himself was held for 3.5 hours at the Havana airport. He said he had been separated from his wife, sent to a cold, windowless room, and told that he was not being detained, but rather retained, "Can I make a phone call?" he said he had asked, as officials made copies of every document in his bag. "No?" came the reply. It's the climate of intimidation the government is creating for Obama's visit, said Mr. Sánchez, agreeing